And once again, thank you for joining us for the 2019 CIAA Basketball Tournament post-game wrap-up. We are joined by the Bulldogs of Bowie State University, led by head coach Sade Swan. Coach, will you please introduce your student athletes and open the discussion with remarks regarding today's game?
I have Donasia Christian, Perry Alexander, and Kiaje JJ Williams. Today's game was pretty tough. I think we just came off to a slow start in the first half. We made an attempt to come back, but we just ran out of time.
Now we'll open the floor for questions. Please identify your media affiliation and who your question is directed to.
Steve Baker, HBCU Game Day. This is for Coach. Down the stretch, up and down battle. You guys are trying to. You guys look like you had it for a while, and then some of the calls kind of went under, not your way. Just talk about your girls, and, trying to keep them composed as you guys have been in some tough big game situations.
Like you said, we've been in situations like this before. In practice, we always tell our girls to play composed, keep your composure throughout whatever. You're not going to get every call. Things aren't going to go your way. So we just emphasize that the entire season. So whether the ups or downs, teams are going to make runs just like we are. We just tell them to stick within the system and what's been getting us going so far. So just keep going.
Luke Williams from the Black College Sports Page. Coach, what was the strategy at halftime? I know they kind of had you shooting jumpers the whole first half. Probably 14 at the half is probably low for the half this year. 14 points. What was your speech about at halftime?
Well, we had 19 points, but I mean we've had halves where we couldn't score before. We've had quarters where we only scored 4 points. So it was just more so stepping up on our defense. We don't really make a big deal about our offense because our defense is what got us this far. We had a lot of weaknesses in our offense today. We just weren't moving, and I think we were kind of complacent. So at halftime, the speech was just more about playing our basketball, which is what we weren't doing in the first half. So coming out with more energy and doing all of the little things. So we always preach that if we step up on defense, if we make the hustle plays and everything, our offense will come. And that's what happened in the second half. We used our defense to create our offense.
Sure.
Yes, you guys were well rested. You guys didn't play the first 2 games of the tournament. Do you think that kind of carried over, being kind of sluggish with the slow start?
I actually do. That was one of the things of what we talked about previously. You had that long break and you're kind of just down here. I mean, we're from Maryland, so unfortunately, like some teams, we can't come down for the banquet and then just go home and go back to our normal program. We've been down here since Sunday morning. We've been on the road since Saturdays. We played Elizabeth City Saturday at their place. So it's kind of, we've just been sitting around all week, just waiting to play. And I do think that has a lot to do with it. Well, that has something to do with it.
We have 2 more questions, Mr. Gaither, and then you back.
Yes, Coach. So you guys have had another great season, 20+ wins. You went to Sweet 16 last year, and all the accolades. How do you feel about your chances going to the NCAA tournament? After what happened today.
I think we have a pretty good chance of still making it to the tournament. Of course, it really depends on somewhat who wins the CIAA championship. But I think today's a learning lesson. I do believe that if we go to the CIAA tournament, we'll go far. I think that the experience that the young ladies today, I think it'll carry over because in the past we've been able to start off slow and still come back and win games. Today we got off to that slow start and we weren't able to recover. So I think that it'll help us in the future to just come out and play from the beginning.
Next question.
Marvin Jackson, CTV in Maryland. Each player, Coach Swan just said that it was a learning experience today. Talk about individually what you learned from today and this season.
Ms. Thompson, far right.
I would say I learned like basically to work hard at all times, not taking time off. At least try not to take any time off.
What was the question?
Your coach said this was a learning experience, and I think a whole season probably, and you probably will go on to play another game. But what was the learning experience for you individually?
I guess it was more so humbleness. We thought like we'd been here before, so we've been down before, the whole game came back and won, that we would do it again today. But I guess we just stopped playing together, so togetherness and humbleness.
I would say energy plays a big factor in winning games. You come out slow and you win a game, and you lose. Even though we've been doing well with that, like Price said, it's more so like a humble thing. We need to humble ourselves, although we're put in positions that we've already been in, sometimes the outcome is not always the same. We gotta think about stuff like that. And yeah, so I would say humbleness as well.
But thank you, coach and student athletes, for your time, and congratulations on a good season.
So.